I went to my surgeon yesterday for a follow-up, 8-week follow-up. So it's been 8 weeks that I've been without a brace. It's been 7 weeks doing full out exercises as best as I can, and 6 weeks of physio. So what happens is the skin came apart, and it's apart right now, kind of all the way from the top to the bottom. So on one side, the side that's always been the issue. It also started coming apart inside a little bit, but what happens is it seems like it comes apart the inside and then it kind of comes back together. So it's trying to heal, but it's not fully there. The outside skin is not trying to heal at all right now. But that's pretty much expected with how the leg is and with the exercises and the fact that I need to bend my knee. So what the doctor actually said is there's nothing we can do right now. We can't make any decisions because I need to get full range of motion back in my knee and my leg. I need the muscles back to normal. So we don't know what's going to happen once I get my full range of motion back, once I can bend my knee all the way. Because right now I'm still not bending it, so I'm not pulling it apart as much as I probably will. So we can't do anything until all of that is done. So just to keep doing what I'm doing, keep doing the exercises, keep going to physio, keep trying to get my leg back to normal. Once all of that is back to normal, then we can make a decision as what's going to happen further, which is either the surgery, because surgery number 6 is actually still on the table if needed. And then depending on how bad all of this is, how bad the skin graft comes apart or whatever it does. So that's what's going to happen with that. So another 8 weeks before I see him again. So another 8 weeks of physio and exercises and keeping it clean and bandaged and home care and all of that stuff. So here's the thing. Every muscle in my leg hurts, which is normal. All of it has been compromised, and the exercises and everything else that's going to happen. The nerves are going off like the 4th of July. I'm not kidding, constantly. Crazy. So the back of my leg where the skin graft is extremely sensitive to touch. Obviously can't still sit on it. If I sit on it, I could actually rupture it more, so I have to be extra careful. So everything's difficult, right? You really need to adjust to everything. And I have been, which is fine. You work with it. I had a really long conversation with the nurse yesterday about pain meds, because I haven't been taking any. And my thought was, most of the stuff doesn't really work on me. Like Tylenol 3 doesn't work, so Tylenol Extra Strength doesn't work. I can't take Advil. I got Tramadol or Tremazole or some kind of trauma something, 2 different kinds. Those didn't work either. And the last meds that they gave me was codeine, which I really do not want to take. I spent 4 months literally on morphine. And that's the only thing that helped. For the pain, certainly don't want to keep taking that. But I also don't want to take codeine. I haven't tried it yet. But her thing was, and it makes sense. It totally makes sense, and I should. Especially at night, because we need to sleep. Sleep is important for healing. I do sleep, but I do wake up a lot. But the only reason I sleep is because I take my sleep chews, which are freaking amazing. And my Calm & Cleanse. Like those 2 together help me sleep. I do wake up, but I do fall back asleep right away, which could be worse. I could be not sleeping at all with this pain in the leg. But she also said that taking it at night, whether 1 or 2, whatever would help, is important, because I need a full good night's sleep, at least 6 hours. Instead of the waking up part. So that totally made sense. And I didn't do it last night. I know, right? I didn't do it last night, but I probably will tonight, because I have physio. And the other thing is, with physio, the pain is crazy. With physio, I should be taking something before I go, because it is painful. I'm not going to lie. It's difficult and it's painful, but I breathe through it. That's been my thing. I just breathe through it. I've gotten really good at doing that. So I'm going to try that. I don't know. It might work. Oh, well, that's great. Thanks, Deb. I'm going to try. see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to take it. It's just how it is. I just don't want to keep taking something that's not working, right? It doesn't make sense. So that's my update for this. So another 8 weeks of all this stuff, and then we'll see what happens. Back to drinking hot stuff in the morning because the sun is trying to shine, but it's not as warm as it should be, or I think it should be anyways. So here's the other thing that I actually wanted to talk about a little bit, and it's something that most people probably don't even talk about or don't want to share with anyone, but I think it's important to share it. I think we need to talk about it more, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. So when I got diagnosed in November, even though I knew before then that's probably what it was, but I got diagnosed in November, there were 4 other people that either were acquaintances, friends, or family that were either diagnosed before me or after me, and then 1 more person in February. That wasn't someone that I spoke to regularly or someone that I knew personally. We never hung out. We weren't friends. I followed her. I learned from her. And in the last, since February, she's given me strength to deal with what I'm dealing with. But obviously she wasn't someone close to. We spoke a few times on Messenger, which was incredible because there's no way she should have been even talking to me. Why? But she did. Anyway, the thing is, so that's 5 people. 5 people that were diagnosed. Out of those 5, 4 have passed. Different cancers, different circumstances, a lot of stuff. But 4 of them have passed. And with every passing, I've had this incredible guilt that sits on my chest. And it's heavy, and it's there, right? If I didn't feel that way, I wouldn't be human. I get it. It's not my fault. There's nothing I can do about it. I know all of that. I totally know all of that, but it doesn't make sense. I just can't wrap my head around a lot of it, and there's a lot that you start questioning. But there's that guilt that sits there. But it's important to talk about. It really is. And I think a lot of people don't. And we need to understand that it's normal to feel that way, because it's just how it is. But we need to talk about it, and we need to share, and we need to put it out there and get rid of it. So this is what I'm doing right now. It's not going to go away. I know that. There's always going to be that little piece that's going to sit there, and it's always going to be in the back of your mind anytime anything like that happens. But it's important to talk about it and get rid of it, and be okay with it, and be okay with the fact that I know it's there, and it's not my fault, and there's nothing I can do about it, and doesn't make any sense, and it will never make sense. I'm pretty sure it will never make any sense. And it's sometimes really hard to wrap your head around it, but it is what it is, and it's important to share. So if there's anybody out there who has that feeling, have gone through that, and are afraid to say anything, or afraid to put it out there, or afraid to bring it up to anybody for whatever reason, I'm happy to share that. I'm happy to be there for you. If you need to reach out to me. If you need to vent, if you need to say it, if you need to just put it out there, I'm here. The thing is, something. I am extremely grateful. Don't get me wrong. I am extremely grateful I'm here. I'm extremely grateful that things aren't a lot worse, because they, oh my God, could be. Not that I'm undermining this, because this is bad, and it's been hard, and it's been hard on my family. It's been hard on everybody. It's still hard, and it still continues. But I'm grateful that I'm here, and I'm grateful that I'm able to fight this, and I'm grateful that I have all the support, and I don't want to go anywhere. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is, I'm blessed and grateful. But it's still hard. It's still hard when others pass. and it's this damn cancer, right? So I'm here if anybody wants to be able to talk about that. I'm happy to listen, and I'm happy to share with you. So yeah, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. And Jamie Lee Ward has given me so much strength in fighting this. I still can't wrap my head around the fact that what happened. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. And it'll probably never make sense because she was an incredible human. And she had so much more to give. But it happened, and we need to celebrate her life and all her accomplishments and everything that she gave to others, because she was an incredible human being. And that's not saying anybody else wasn't that has passed, because they are. And they've all been very dear to my heart. But I just wanted to share that because I know there's other people out there that aren't able to share that and aren't able to talk about it. So, and now I'm rambling because that's what I do when I'm nervous and I'm on camera. So, yes, I'm extremely grateful I got taken out too, Sandra, for sure. And Deb, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. It's not easy, for sure. It isn't easy, but I think it's important. And you know what? If it helps somebody else, then I'm grateful for that. And I'm happy. And